Rather than that, Bigger is toned down. And Cubans are brought here. Venezuelans are brought here.
Ecuadorian. Chinese.
How can that be right? Bigger Biggs came to me very early in relation to this matter, seeking legal advice. But I recognize that Bigger Biggs' challenge and the action that was taken against Bigger Biggs did not have a solution in the courts. This was not a narrow legal issue. When it's convenient for those who lead in our country, they speak to the broad overarching socio-economic, political, and historical context for what we are experiencing from time to time. And one is amazed that the same people, when it doesn't suit their political agenda, will then try to crouch everything in terms of narrow legal principles and issues. I see the same thing happening in relation to the Garifuna issue. Mr. Eustace has made the announcement, the declaration, that recognizing the powerful connection that Vincentians have with Garifuna globally, the spiritual, deep spiritual connection that Garifuna have with their homeland, Urumin, made a broad announcement that all Garifuna from henceforward will be considered honorary citizens. And I'm amazed to see that this question, I'm not even speaking now about the rude, ridiculous, because we've been getting a lot of that, and those who made them have got away with them. But I'm amazed that this issue now is being discussed as to what our constitution say about who is a citizen and who isn't a citizen. The constitution is not cast in cast iron. This is not a narrow legal issue. This is a broad socio-political, historical, cultural issue. And let us embark on a discussion in that regard. I never believe that I know anything. Sometimes I have a notion in my head, but invariably I go and I research. You have a country called Israel. You have a country called Israel. Jews all over the world, no matter where they are entitled to citizenship in Israel. How come the Israelis are able to address whatever challenges there are in relation to the legal-technical aspect of that? All of it intended to take the traffic of public opinion on the issue and to lead them over a cliff. We have had that Pied Piper's syndrome inflicted on the minds of Vincentians for far too long. And whilst I have been particular not to become involved in making pronouncements on matters of politics, etc., it is difficult to sit and weep in your heart when it has gone as far as it has been going. I shared with Bigger Biggs from day one his travail. Many mornings before I sit down good in my office, sometimes in evenings before I go, he's on the phone or he's in there to see me. And I see the manifestation of the raw victimization of the anti-national approach of those who are in a position to lift our people up, exemplified in Bigger's case. And every time I had to speak with him, my heart was heavy. I felt the pain. And Bigger is only one example. From all walks of life in St. Vincent, people have been subjected to this form of oppression.
Yeah.
You follow me? Whether you're a lawyer, you're an engineer, you're an accountant, you're a businessman, you either follow me and let all and sundry see that because you are connected to my navel string, you are able to make a livelihood in this country. Nonsense!
Yes. Yes, man. Tell them.
For as long as we stand by and allow anyone, it doesn't matter who, to perpetrate that type of philosophy and that type of public policy on us, we betray the legacy of our Garifuna ancestors. That is the context in which I visited with you the historical perspective on the indigenous people of St. Vincent. Because I wanted to connect it with what is happening to Big Up. I wanted to connect it with what is going on in our country today, which must stop. People who, when they first entered the political arena, boast about their modesty. Modesty in their circumstances, modesty in their means, modesty in their material condition. Now you see them flaunting wealth as if they are Donald Trump. You know what a young fella, a good Rasta friend of mine told me the other day? He said that the leadership of our country is a man who loves poor people. He said, you see people like you and so on, I love you. We love poor people. He said, man, that is why you want to keep all Vincentians poor forever. So you could love them. I have sat for long and I have reflected for a long time. And in a sense, it was due to my disappointment. Disappointment in my people. But whatever I say, whatever I do, I cannot escape what I feel in my heart. What has made me who I am. And spontaneously this evening, Bigger somehow managed, because of the association we've shared over the past few months, to get me here to speak. And somehow, what is inside me, you can't run from yourself. You come up. 4 weeks or so ago, Bigger came into my office with a bunch of papers and said, QC, you know I don't do anything without to come and talk to you and so on. He mentioned some names of people. One or two of them have spoken here, and I'd rather not call their names because I know they don't care, but I wouldn't want it to be said that I set them up. And they have indicated a willingness to give him some support. By that time, you know, the amount of things that Bigger have gone through, I swear to God that man's spirit was broken. Even though through negotiation, we've been able to bring the thing around where we see that perhaps there could be some engagement with the powers that be for some measure of restoration of the business. I still felt the amount of blows that Bigger has taken, coming as he has from a multi-million-dollar business. I know because my son and I, up and down in the courts, defending him, the bank has got judgments against him for over $4 million and so on. How could he see the light of day? So all well and good, people are talking and people are wishing him well. But how could Bigger be able to see the light of day and resurrect? Bigger came in to me with these papers and he said, you know, I've been speaking to Miss Pam Vera for some time, and she says that I can use the place down here and so forth, and mention one or two other business people who say that they would be able to help him. I said, okay, Bigger, you go right ahead. Excellent idea. So you know I make good fried chicken, etc. In between, I didn't see or hear from Bigger for about 3 or so weeks. One or two of the people who sometimes contact me in relation to our efforts to assist Bigger called me and said, well, where's Bigger gone? And I said, well, he came to see me and he told me that he is in the process of doing this thing, so I can only suspect that he is busy doing it. But I tell you the truth, ladies and gentlemen, I really feel that he had the break and I couldn't make it anymore. Because what I said to him, I said, you go with your children. Go back out to Rabaco. You and your children start getting some material, etc., and start building some blocks. Build the blocks yourself and start. Lo and behold, sometime last week or the week before, Bigger called me on the phone. He wants me to come and see this. I hadn't heard from him. And when I came down here with him, he came and picked me up. I was amazed at what he was able to do. A man who had gone through so much, who had a multi-million-dollar business, he still had the will, he still had the humility to start afresh by building a little building like this to sell fried chicken. And when you look at him and his children, they're as happy as if somebody had given them back a multi-million-dollar business. That is the mark of how genuine the man is. Immediately I came down and I saw Bigger with this and so on. I said, Bigger, this is wonderful. This is amazing. He says, what? He's going to sell chicken primarily, but other stuff. I said, Bigger, you are already a major brand in St. Vincent. Bigger Biggs is associated with courage, determination, as a person who is indomitable, as a person who is willing to stand up and fight back. You have a brand, a positive brand in St. Vincent. There is right now a vacuum in relation to fried chicken in St. Vincent. Don't just go and set up another fried chicken shop. You need to brand your chicken. All here.